You know, we're going to be doing some ice fishing today. We're about 45 minutes from Haliburton, Ontario. We're on a remote wilderness lake. I don't know the name of it. I'm not really sure, where it is. Carl Dickob, who works with a lot of the landowners in this part of Ontario in stocking their lakes with a variety of fish. So he took me into this lake and he said, Italo, I've been stocking it for years. So he planted some brook trout this past spring, which should be about 7-8 inches now, and there's some that could be 3-4 pounds.
Canadian Sport Fishing, brought to you by Rapala, premium fishing gear crafted from experience. Yamaha Outboards, reliability starts here. Dickies, guaranteed workwear since 1922. Lucky Strike, all you need is a Lucky Strike.
So what I've done is cut about 15 to 20 holes really quick, and I've done a zigzag pattern. So I'm about 10 feet to 15 feet of water, and I'm going along the shoreline because I want to intercept the brook trout as they swim along the shoreline of this bay when they come looking for food. So what I'm going to do first is set up a still rod. I'm not going to use a tip up as such, but what I'm going to do is do a very simple rig. I've got a split shot right there. That's about, I'd say, a 4/0 split shot. I'm going to pinch it onto the line. So that's about 1.5 foot up the line. I'm using 6-pound test monofilament. And then you can see on this HT pail, which is also my seat, it's got a really neat tackle system here where I can keep my terminal tackle, split shot, some ball bearing swivels and snaps and hooks. They're right there on my seat if I need them. So what I'm going to do is this is a bait holder hook. It's about a number 4, which should be ideal even for the smaller brook trout, but if I get a big one, I'm going to be able to hook it really well. So I am hoping to have a fresh brook trout meal this evening. I'm probably going to let most of them go, but it'd be nice if I got a few for eating because I know they're delicious this time of the year. Okay, so that's set up there. Now, before I put my minnow on, I already know I'm at 10 feet of water, but I'm going to drop my little split shot down so that I know exactly where bottom is. So you can see on my sonar, this is the Ice 55. It says 10 feet of water, and if you look here on the screen, you can see the red, that's the bottom. So notice that if my line is dropping, it's straight. As soon as it's hit bottom, it'll go loose. So there's bottom right there. See how the line is loose? It's no longer falling. So what I want to do is set it up so it's about, if that's bottom, I want it to be about that far off the bottom. So what I'm going to do is set the rod in this nice rod holder that they have right there. And I'm going to take now my line back up. By the way, I'm going to be moving the sonar out of here because I'm going to be carrying it around with me. And I'm also going to take one of my chairs. Okay, so I do have some fresh minnows. I don't want to get my outfit too wet. And the minnows are lively. Now, the one thing I do when I hook minnows, I don't hook it from one side of the fish to the other. And I've done tips, for Fisher Girl with the ladies. I put the hook in one side of the fish, and then at the same side, I put the hook back through, okay? So there's no way that the trout can turn that hook into the minnow. And I'm going to lower it down slowly. Now, I've got to caution you, depending where you're fishing in Canada, you must check the regulations to make sure that you can use bait or even live minnows. So in this case, we can. and we are going. So watch what this rig is going to look like now. We're going to let that fall to the bottom. Okay, so that minnow is about, if I take the rod out, look, and I put the rod down, the line is loose right there. Okay, so that's bottom. So we're up about maybe 6 inches. I might lift it up just a bit more right there. Be nice if I got a hit right away. Now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my line and I'm going to attach it. See that there's a bar here with an alligator clip? I'm going to attach my line on there, just like that, and I'm going to lay it back. Okay, so now when the fish pulls, you can see this goes back and forth like this. Now I'm going to take my flag, because I'm going to be moving around. I might be down 60, 70 feet away. When a fish hits, when he pulls on the line, watch what happens. The alligator clip comes up, the fish pulls the line, and if he pulls hard, he'll take the line right off the alligator clip. Okay, so what I'm going to do is set that just like so, and I've got it pretty sensitive, just like that. Okay, now I'm going to take my sonar, and I'm going to take my jigging rod. See, another nice thing that I got here is this nice bag that I can take with me, and I have a jigging rod, and for jigging I'm not going to use the minnows. I'm actually just going to use a piece of Trigger X, some of that pheromone injected biodegradable material, and I'll show you what I got here. I got a nice portable chair. I got my knapsack with everything. Let me grab my chair. You know, it's so nice when you've got all the gear. Okay, so there's my chair. Watch this, like so, like so. And next hole is going to be just on the other side of the machine, right over here. You can see that I'm just on a regular shoreline, and there's a little bit of a creek or something back here because there's some stumps and cattails. So I'm going to work my way over to it. Oh, I've got a little mark. Oh, okay, there's my first. I feel small. But you know what? This is a good sign. There's a nice little brook trout. Now, this is one of the brook trout that was born last fall, believe it or not. So these guys are already like I'd say almost 6 inches long. So I don't want to keep them out of the water too long, but look at how beautiful it looks. And they're so aggressive. When you look at the size of this brook trout to the size of the spoon that it hit, and I saw it come on the screen. What I'm going to do is try to hold it reverse. I don't think I need the pliers. I don't want to hurt him because this guy's got the potential of becoming, 3-4 pounds. He's ready to leave. Come on, go down. There he goes, down. See this little spoon? It's called a flash spoon. It's actually a rattling flash spoon because if I turn the back, you can see that it's got a plastic cylinder and there's 2 beads in there. And you might even be able to hear them. So this particular one is 1/4 ounce, and it's got the little fox face on there because they're made by Blue Fox.
Dickies Sport Fishing Sweepstakes.
I think it was at nighttime. We were fishing for lake trout. We thought it was a snake, and they kept reeling it in, and Daddy netted it, and we measured it and weighed it, and then we let it go.
We'd love to hear your fishing story. Go to our website and enter the Dickies Sport Fishing Sweepstakes. It's free, and you could win some great prizes.